Hey, A&E family, for those of you that have asked, I want to come on here and give you a little update about our little buckling withers. Let me show you. So that's River's little boy who was the sickest. He is doing okay right now. And then this is Honeybee's little boy. He was never as sick as River's little boy. So after we had moved him in the little pen in the hallway of the barn, I really felt like, we had treated him for coccidia. We thought that it was coccidia, and then when he didn't get better, the vet gave us new floor to give him, and then we ended up worming him with Cydectin and Safeguard. So he seemed to be doing better then, and I let him out with the other little kids that are the little kids that were born this year. Let him back in there with them, and then I came out one morning and went around checking on everybody, and I found him down inside the little shelter that we had moved right over here. I don't know what was wrong with him. He would not stand up at all. He was very weak. It was almost like one of his legs, like he couldn't stand on it. I didn't know if he had hurt it, but it didn't look like he had hurt his leg from what I could tell. And so I immediately gave him a vitamin B complex shot. I gave him the molasses water. He was eating and drinking fine. Gave him some LA200, and then I placed a call to my vet. My vet said, there's nothing else you can do. It sounds like you threw the kitchen sink at him, and he even had like the death rattle where he was weak and he couldn't clear his secretions out. So I'm like, well, maybe he's got a secondary infection. Maybe he got pneumonia. So we pretty much did everything we knew to do from what the vet told us. I had, supplemented him after we had wormed him before with red cell and the vitamin B complex, and just the when I didn't give him the complex, I gave him the rooster booster, just the vitamin B 12. So he never did get better, or I say he never did get better. He got better enough where he was eating and he was able to stand on his own again. He was walking around the pen, eating. He still had a little bit of a rattle, so I was going to repeat the LA200 in 3 days. So it had been a couple of days. He was up walking around. I put him back with the little kids again, and he didn't even last half a day. I found him. He had, I guess, started to kind of walk up a hill, and I don't know if the other little bucklings were bullying him or what, but he was down on the ground, and it was like he couldn't get up. So I actually picked him up, put him back over in the pen, got the little buddy to go with him, Honeybee's little boy. Honeybee's little boy has not been really sick since he had the bout of diarrhea, and then I gave him the coccidia treatment, and then he got better, and he was still having a little bit of diarrhea, and so then I wormed him at the same time that I wormed River's little buckling, and he got better, but River's little buckling didn't. So we moved him, and then after 3 days we repeated the dose of LA200. His rattle has gone away, So I don't know if that might have been pneumonia or not. And I just feel like he's too weak to go back out on pasture with the other little kids. So I have them right here. Let me show you. So behind our shop, we have a scrap metal pile and some equipment and rocks and stuff like that over in there that we really can't get the bush hog in here. So it's directly across from our barn. So I'm letting them just eat right in here while I'm standing here. It's nothing to get them back in the pen. Just get some grain and get them back over there. So they have been getting extra food. They've been getting alfalfa and hay. I didn't give them any grain for a few days to try to heal their stomach. I mix probiotics with the molasses water. So I've also been giving them probiotics, the goat balancer, and the grower. I've added that back, the lamb and kid grower, to some corn and alfalfa pellets for them. So they're getting a little bit of that. They still have not had diarrhea. I know their bottoms look dirty, but that's from when they were sick. I took a brush and some soap and water and tried to get that off, but it was just too hard. It wasn't coming off. I took the scissors and cut some of it out off of their fur. They're just having to wear it off, I guess. But they are doing better. I really didn't think, like I said, that they would make it, or he would make it through the night a couple of nights. But he is doing much better. And you can see he's tearing it up eating. So I hope he makes it. They've also had a copper bolus. When I wormed them, they got a copper bolus. So that's just a little update with them. They are doing better. We'll see. I'm just taking it day by day to see when to move them in with the other little kids. The other little kids, like I said, has been fine. So I really feel like that it was worms, and then the worming helped, but I think that he might have got a secondary infection with pneumonia. I can't totally say that for sure, but I know I done all I could. And at this point, if something happens and he passes away, it's going to tear me up because I've put so much time and effort in him. But I mean, I know that it happens. That's just with farming, and you're gonna have those animals that are more susceptible to parasites. And you know, he would have been sold or taken to the meat market and been culled, but we had withered them. We want to keep them, like I said, with the business that we have started up. It's not totally in place yet, so there's more to come on that. I don't want to say a whole lot about that now. So stay tuned to learn more about that in the coming month. Hopefully by the end of September, we will have a go live date for our business. But stay tuned to find out about that. And I want to thank everybody for watching us and following along with our story. We're going to tell you the good, the bad. I mean, everybody has that, and we're not trying to hide anything. So thanks everybody for watching, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe to our channel or follow us on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok. So I'm Amber from A&E Farm. Thanks for watching, guys.